Hey everyone, welcome back to the layout. I got another layout update, some more rolling stock I've acquired, some new engines, some updated projects, some stuff I finally got around to finishing, new details, and a couple little projects I'm doing for other people. I'll go ahead and get started. Lots to show, so hope you enjoy. Alright, so I'll make this video very quick. I don't have much battery power on this camera left, so I'll just make things quick. So I'll get started with my locomotives. I recently acquired this Union Pacific GP40-2 and this new lightning bolt scheme. Straight out of the box, it needed a little detail work. This is the Athearn radial model. I really like it. It looks really good, and it matches with a lot of my other Union Pacific Jeeps that I have for switching duties on this layout. Detail-wise, I just added a plow, the ditch lights, all the cables, the cut bars are there. Lots of extra detail. I added a P3 to the back, thinking this is probably an old Southern Pacific prototype, judging by where the Union Pacific armor shield is on this model. There obviously was a nose light plate there or something, but as you can see, it just got filled in and it got rebuilt. So I just thought that would look nice, so I got that. It was a really good deal, so I couldn't have passed it up. So that's really nice. Back again to 5743. I've shown this engine a couple times now, but up until now I just finished some more detail work and it's completely finished. I redid the handrails on the front because the Canadian units use a very strange looking handrail, unlike the American ones, which look more like that. You can see the difference. I made that out of bent brass wire. Pretty straightforward. I redid the ditch lights on the front plow, a little modifications, some weathering, a little more detail work was added. I did some detail work to the roof. You can see the airline for the bell and the horn there. Running along. That's just some brass wire bent. And I got the new antennas up on the roof, and I also added the snow shields to both sides of the engine, so it looks really good. And it's an old Pac-Man unit, not many of those still roaming around, but you can see a couple. This one just completely lost its CP logo on the side. I've seen that on a couple units, especially ones leased by Rail America that get used. Another locomotive I recently acquired is 8815, a CSX SD40-2 X Conrail. This is an Athearn model. This completes my set of all three of the X Conrail units produced by Athearn. Number 8888, 8863, and this one 8815. Lots of detail work was done, and then just got a basic weathering, so it looks really good. I also recently finished 6005, my Proto 2000 SD60. You can see it's got quite a bit of fade to it. I used some thinner paint and went over it and dulled out the grays, just because this is the older scheme. These got pretty well weathered up, so it looks a lot better now. It's all finished, and I took the time to add the new plow, which looks awesome. It looks really good. Thinking that this is probably an ex-Chicago Northwestern unit, possibly an ex-Mopac unit. I'm not sure. I would have to look up the number. What's challenging about that is because Union Pacific has renumbered so many of their locomotives that it's like impossible to track down their history most of the time. You have to go through these archives and records to find history on these locomotives, so that might be a little bit of a challenge. But I'll have to get back on that one. Recently acquired just this morning are these two AC4400s. I had these imported from China. Ferrisur number 4409 and Kansas City Southern 4805. You'll notice that they're missing their horns and a lot of detail on the front. That's because they're going down. I'm taking them apart because they're going to be repainted to the another set of AWVR Unstoppable AC4400s. In fact, I need to get those shipped out pretty soon. Those would have handrails, and I'll get those out pretty quick. So those are going to have the same treatment. Just strip them down, disassemble them, paint them up. So I'll have another video of those in another couple months or so. The big update I've gotten very recently is a ton of Athearn and Walther's covered hoppers. Recently I've went to a train show and started buying a couple of these kits, and I got a really some really rare hoppers I haven't seen in a while. Most of these paint jobs don't exist anymore, but it's going for a 30-car grain train that I'm going to build. It'll have two UPSD 40-2s, possibly a tunnel motor, and I'll have it towing around, so I can't wait to get that finished. I'll just brush over these real quickly. You'll remember these. I got 8 Cargill hoppers, all renumbered by me. You'll remember these from that previous video. These all got some grain spill. You can see all that. They all got weathered differently. They're like different phases of weathering, basically. Some still say Cargill, some just got completely eliminated or rusted out, really. So I got 8 of those. I got this one. This is a rare Athearn hopper that was produced by Accurate Finishing, or Accurate Details, one of the two. It's custom painted by them, and then these were done in very, very limited quantities, so I'm really happy to have this car. This one right here is an old roundhouse kit. This is one of 2 that I own. You can see I repainted it and patched it out. I think it was an old mill hopper, but it got re-owned by NATX, and that's all done by me, all the weathering and everything else. This car is one I've also wanted for a while. This is the Lewis & Dreyfus Grain Company. TLDX 5359, or is that 5369? Yeah, 5369. Basic weathering. I got that on a really good deal. This Albert City elevator, that's another rare one that was done, I think, by Bevbel, custom painted by Bevbel. This one's an Athearn kit. This is another one. This was a Bevbel. This is a Proto 2000. This is custom painted. Both of these for Johnson Mills. This is a company on my model railroad. You can see these are custom painted, and they got all the decals on there. All the logos were designed by me. They look really nice. That's a Proto 2000, and that's another roundhouse kit. Here are the other Cargill hoppers here. You can see all those. This one's the other Walters kit. This one's a little bit more interesting, though. This one got some custom graffiti on the side. I did that a while back. Looks really good. So that's that. There's another Cargill hopper. Then these 2 right here are also custom painted for Anderson Co-op, re-owned by AEG Andersons. So those look really good. Those are custom painted as well. I'm going to get a whole bunch more of these, and I'll have some mixed in. I'm just collecting a whole bunch of these old kits from Athearn right now, so I'll update that when I get some more in another future video. Alright then, over here I got some new rolling stock and a couple other things. This is a car I just recently acquired, UTLX 66259. This is a Walters 16,000 gallon tank car. Weathered it lightly. Looks really good. All the metal wheels, all the upgraded details from the earlier runs. So this one's the gold line from Walters. Looks really good. I also got this Walters 2-bay cement hopper. This is a little different than the one I previously owned from Chicago Northwestern. This one's re-owned by CHTT, and it's got a little graffiti on it. Just a little. I just tagged it very lightly and then gave it a bit of weathering. There's the opposite side. Looks really good. I also acquired this almost a couple months ago, back in July, but I never took a video of it or anything. This is my J.M. Huber center flow from Atlas. It looks really good. Weathered it up, made it look really faded because these things haul kaolin clay, which is a slurry. It's a real messy stuff. It's used in paper making, china, that kind of stuff. So it looks really good. Just some basic weathering on that. Over here, this is an interesting little car I've been working on. This is an old Athearn kit, and this is a maintenance of way box car. You can see the old Sioux Line ghost lettering. All that's been eliminated with a pencil, but you can still see some ghost lettering. I got to re-letter it for a private company, and I got to do a little more work. It's got a little tagging here and there. I added a chimney to it there. I need to add some steps there. You can even see I used an old winterization hatch, and I made like a little vent to the this side of the car. It looks really good. It's just a little project I've been working on for some maintenance of way equipment, which I kind of would like to use for the railroad. Did a lot of rust spots, kinds of stuff like that, so it looks really good. It's just a little project. Did in free time, basically. These 3 cars right here are ones I've owned for a while, but they're all on eBay and they're going to be sold. So I have these standing by waiting to get boxed up. Over here, this is just kind of some stuff I'm kind of not sure what to do with. This is some stuff I was given by another YouTube member. He gave the stuff to me to work on, and I just don't know what to do with it yet. It's kind of some stuff I need to work on, decide what to do. I also had a gondola, which I have in this drawer here, right here. This is an old DRGW gon. I'm probably going to strip it down, repaint it to like Union Pacific Maintenance of Way Green, use it as a tie car or something like that. So I'll work on that in some free time. Keep that in there though. One of those projects I'll do later. I got this Atlas GP38-2, also given to me. Needs quite a bit of work. Complete strip down, repainting. I do have some CSX decals standing by, so maybe I'll repaint it back to CSX. It's an ex-Conrail unit. I can tell because it had an RS3L on the roof and it has an anti-climber to the front, which all those Conrail units had. So I think even the number is former Conrail. Then I got this Broadway Limited AC6000. As you can see, it needs a lot of work. I don't know what I'll do with that. I gotta figure that out. But those are some projects I'll get around to when I decide what to do with them. But basically that's it for this part over here. Another interesting little thing right here before I go. I'm working on 2 AWVR 1206 SD40-2s related to the Unstoppable AC4400s there. I'm building 2 of them. You can see that the nose lights are being built right now. I got some minor detail work going. This one's pretty well ready for painting, just some minor detailing and finishing up before it's ready. This one needed a little more work. This is the older Athearn Bluebox, so I needed to remove the old grills. I had to modify some things on it all over the place. The new cab sides are from Cannon and Company. All the other details are from Details West, like the horns, the antennas, all that. The nose lights are a scratch make. You can see the plates in, and that I need to finish the sanding on the nose. And then that one should be ready for painting shortly. I'm going to actually have to strip this one down because you can see it's still painted for Milwaukee Racing and Troy. I got the 2 engines. They're both going client. One's going overseas and the other is going to a friend. So I'll have to keep chugging along on those. I'll have another set actually coming very soon. I'm going to have to get an SD40-2 for the 2 that I'm going to paint there. See, I got these ordered in sets of 3 right now. What I do is I make the 2 AC4400s and then 1206 and sell them as a set. And that's the same thing that's going on with these. So these 2 AC4400s and this SD40-2 right there are going together as well. So yeah, that's really what's going on right now. Just some stuff. I'll keep updating on these covered hoppers. That should be something that'll be really exciting. I can't wait to see how this progresses. I'm working on getting some more covered hoppers on some penny lots on eBay. So I should be able to get quite a few more. I'll probably get extra. I'm aiming for 30 cars, but I'll probably get more than 30 to have like for other mixed freights, various industries, stuff like that. So we'll keep working on that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. This is something very interesting that I'm also working on. It's just a plan on paper right now, but I'm possibly... Oh, that was my air conditioner, by the way. I'm working on a grain elevator idea. This is something I'm possibly going to build in HO scale when I get the time. It'll be an interesting little structure. You can see I'm kind of playing around with some ideas. This is the first idea I had. I drew it out on paper. I need to make some dimensions and stuff like that and see if I can find some kits that I can modify. It's going to have to be a major rebuild kit bash project. I'll probably use a Walther's kit or something. And then on this side was the other idea which I had previously. They're a little similar. This one's a little more modern concrete, while this one's a lot older barn style elevator. This one will also have to be a major rebuild. So I'm kind of at this point trying to finish the plans, look at some prototype photos, decide whether I want to do this or not, how I want to do it, and what I'll need to build it. So this should be an interesting little thing that happens when I get around to it. But we'll see how that goes, and I'll have to keep looking around on that. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so there you go. That's what's going on the bench right now. I'll have another video out in another couple weeks. We'll have some updates and some more how-to videos, all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed.